Monday show, you were all playing rock anthems, and it made me think about how a lot of those songs stood the test of time. A lot of those songs, older songs, right? Those songs have a broad appeal, no matter someone's music genre preferences. I was wondering if any songs from 2010 to now come to mind that you would think that would have that same lasting impact and appeal moving forward.
Like rock anthems that 30 years from now will still be playing.
Yeah, or just big songs that 30 years, 20 years from now, it's going to be like, yeah, what a big song, yeah, stadium.
Or I remember when that came out. I'm thinking probably something from Imagine Dragons.
Yeah,
I think
thought about
think
that
pop.
too.
Think pop.
Yeah.
I don't think so, man. I think the way that music's being consumed and how it's changing, I don't think it's going to be relevant. It may be just as good, but I don't think it's going to be relevant to people in 20 or 30 years. And that's okay. I'm not slighting anything.
No, I'm thinking like, what's a big Imagine Dragons song?
Radioactive. Or Thunder.
See, I disagree with that because I think those songs are already gone.
Yeah, I think they'll come back. I have a feeling those songs
I agree
will
with
come
you,
back.
and I think it's consumption.
I think
those songs will come back, and they will be 30 years from now being played in stadiums somewhere or on somebody's classic rock playlist.
I think there are very few. Like I don't think I don't think you're wrong, but I don't think those songs are big enough for that. I think like if you think of any song from 2010s on, you got to look at like a song like Uptown Funk by Bruno Mars.
Yeah,
I knew this email was coming, and I threw it at you guys.
He said rock songs.
Huh?
Did he say rock
Well,
songs?
rock anthems. But
rock
yeah,
anthems.
I went with songs in general.
Take pop out of it.
Oh, well.
Take the pop
Then there
songs.
are
out.
no
just
Take
sitting
the
there.
pop
Yeah,
songs.
absolutely
Take
not.
the pop songs out of it.
Anything.
Unfortunately, rock and
I
roll
don't
just
think there is
isn't
anything.
gonna carry right
Nothing.
now. It's not big enough.
That's why. Listen, if you would have said any song, okay, Bruno Mars, anything from The Weeknd, those.
How about
songs.
Uptown Funk, Old Town Road, Rolling in the Deep, Fight Song, and Wrecking Ball? Those are the five that popped. Not popped. I looked
think
them
just
up
Uptown
a bit.
Funk.
Just Uptown Funk.
I think those are all a product of the market today, and I think in 20 or 30 years it's going to have evolved into something so very different that these just won't have their space.
Well, first of all, they're talking 10 years because they said 2010 to now.
What?
So if that changes your answer, they said 2010 to now.
What
Yeah,
songs?
songs 2010 to now.
Yeah,
They
but you
came
just
out,
said 30 years.
You said, will these last in 20 or 30 years? Will we be playing songs from 2015 in 20 to 30 years? I thought that was the question.
No. If any songs, well, I guess the years from now is relative. I guess what they're saying is songs from 2010 to now that come to mind that you would think that have some lasting impact.
That's what I'm saying. If there were a band that has a crossover appeal, that the songs are huge, that's what I'm thinking. Imagine Dragons is a mass appeal band, and those songs will be played in stadiums. If stadiums are still doing their
Well, I
thing.
think Uptown Funk would do the same thing, correct?
Take pop songs out of it. Think it's strictly rock songs, rock bands.
I don't think so. I don't think the trajectory of the music industry and how it's forming. I don't think we're building a base. There's not a consumer base that's going to care.
And it says here, Imagine Dragons is billed as a pop band.
Yeah, I mean, but that's a crossover band. It's still played on rock stations. White Stripes, but that's, 7 Nation Army.
You got to remember, one of the reasons that there are anthems that we're playing that are 20 or 30 years old that are living is because of when they came out. It was a completely different way of consuming music, and it's stuck in a certain way, and then it's finding its way into certain areas of today.
You still got to play some songs from this era in 20 or 30 years when you're watching, when you're watching a Blues hockey game at whatever arena they're playing at in 30 years.
Yeah.
So what's going to play?
Fight song's still going to get the boys riled up, I'm telling you.
So you're saying nothing. I don't know. I'm thinking.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying the music world in 25 years from now will not be as it is right now.
Portugal the Man.
Stop thinking too much about it. Let's have fun with it. Have fun with it. Give me a band.
Feel It Still, Portugal the Man.
Have fun with it, and give me a band that would stop overanalyzing. Just give me a band that would
a rock
or
band,
a song, rock band or a song that would be played in 30 years from now, like as "We Will Rock You" is being played now.
But that's what I'm saying. We don't allow a "We Will Rock You" to be big right now, and therefore it won't live like that did.
Your heart.
In my heart,
no answer.
There is no answer.
Something from 21 Pilots. I don't know.
There you go.
You know what?
Yeah, I said Portugal
I'll
the Man.
retweet the 21 Pilots.
That's a pop act.
For sure. What is?
21 Pilots is more of a pop act than
but
Imagine
they're a
Dragons will
crossover
ever be.
just like Imagine Dragons.
And I think Foo Fighters, like the song "Run," would be a great anthem at a rock at a sporting event. I think "Run" would be a perfect
Foo Fighters. Yeah, something new from Foo Fighters.
Yeah,
okay,
because that came out a couple years ago. And then they have Portugal the Man.
Panic at the Disco.
Sure, there you go.
But that's a pop song. I mean, that's a pop band.
But it's
not even a band.
They start off on rock stations. Panic at the Disco's worked to rock radio before it crossed over to pop. So yeah, we'll count it as a rock song.
See, and another one, like I just looked at rock songs from 2010s.
Fall Out Boy. A Fall Out Boy song will be played in the future.
Shut Up and Dance by Walk the Moon. But that's a pop song. Yeah. I mean,
but again, stop with that. It started on rock radio. These are rock bands that crossed over to pop. The great examples. Yeah, Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco.
See, Weezer singing Africa.
I almost think it's the other way around, though, with those bands. I think those are pop bands that got some play on rock.
Yeah. This is where they had to break because it was a smaller pool.
Because, like, if you listen to anything from Walk the Moon or Panic at the Disco that isn't the single that we play here, that is a pop album.
Yeah, they're pop bands. Great pop bands. But
they got some guitar, so they're like, we're going to sell this to rock radio. And people were like, oh, hell yeah.
Maroon 5 is a rock band. Would you know that? They started here, too, man. They were Kara's Flowers. They were touring with Goldfinger. Like, I mean, that's a rock band.
Fish.
All right, next. We could go on for hours on this.